Hey, it's Steve Massinio. Welcome to another episode of PT with Dr. Steve. Today we're going to show you a tool we utilize to help your lower extremity muscles get loosened up prior to activity. Okay, let's get started. So today what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to use a foam roller to help you loosen up your quad muscles, your hamstrings, your calf muscles, as well as your IT band prior to and after any particular activity that you're doing on your feet, specifically any type of exercise-based activity. And the foam roller is a great tool for keeping these muscles loose, helping you to maintain your flexibility while you still develop strength or endurance or what have you. So I have my daughter Madeline here who's going to show you and demonstrate some of those foam roller techniques you can do on your own. So let's get started. All right, before I get started, I want to show you a couple of different foam rollers. And there's a variety of different foam rollers out there on the market that you can consider for yourself. Now, this one here is one we sell. It's a half foam roller. It's white. It's a little bit softer. And so if you're sensitive and not a big fan of discomfort, then the foam roller, this foam roller might be a good starting point for you until you get used to foam rolling consistently, okay? The next one we have that we also sell in our clinic is this long black foam roller. It's a little more firm, and so you do a better job of getting into those muscle tissues and loosening them up for you in terms of, because you're able to put a little more firmness into that muscle, that self-massage technique that you're doing when you do foam rolling, essentially, okay? And then the one that some people go with is this knobby one, and this knobby one is, again, a little more firm, and you can see because the knobs can get into the muscle tissue obviously a little bit better than the other two foam rollers I just showed you. However, this can be also fairly uncomfortable if you're not used to foam rolling in the first place, so I don't recommend you start out with this. Now, if you want to try these out before you go and buy one, then you're more than welcome to come to our clinic, check them out for yourself, and see which one's appropriate for you, okay? So let's get started here. We're going to have Maddie start by demonstrating how to do some foam rolling on your calf muscles. Okay, the first one Maddie's demonstrating is calf muscles, and all you're doing is you can get both calves on the foam roller and you can rock back and forth. Now Maddie obviously has the strength to be able to do both at once, okay? So she's lifting them with her arms, she's got her butt off the floor, and she's just rolling back and forth. What I would tell Maddie to do is point her toes up toward the ceiling as she does this, and that, as the muscle starts loosening up, will allow you to get a little bit more effectiveness in working out the tissue. What I would also tell her to do is turn her feet in and out so she gets different parts of the calf muscle, the inner part and the outer part of the calf muscle as she's doing this. And what I typically recommend is you go back and forth, 10, 15, 20 times until you feel like the muscle is loosened up and you're getting a release out of it. Additionally, if you feel a tender spot within the muscle, and it doesn't matter whether it's calf muscle or any muscle group, you want to stay on that tender spot and micro massage it with the foam roller in a focused way over a minute or so to, again, free that up until you feel that tense muscle releasing. Okay. Now, another way Maddie could do this exercise is by taking one leg off, putting her foot, and now lifting up. And this allows her to give a little more support. If she can't obviously keep her, if you're somebody who has trouble keeping, doing both feet at once or both legs at once, you can do it one at a time like Maddie's demonstrating here and get a little more support from your other leg. Okay. That's calf foam rolling. Now we'll move into hamstrings. All right, so now Maddie is foam rolling her hamstrings. Again, same concept, except we're just moving the foam roller up to the back of her legs, up the upper thighs. And again, you're going to go back and forth. You can turn your feet in and out. You can find a tender spot and stay focused on that tender spot. Maddie can even go as far as bringing it all the way up through her rear end and hit some of her glute muscles as well, in addition to the hamstrings. Again, 10 to 15 reps, 20 reps, whatever you feel in terms of you feeling those muscles releasing and loosening up is what's appropriate when you're foam rolling here. Okay, so now Maddie's working on foam rolling her quad muscles, and as you can hear by her groaning that she probably has some tight quads that need to be worked out. When you're doing these, you want to engage your core so you're not arching your back too much. And again, you want to roll your feet in and out if you feel a specific tender spot on your quad. So the other thing you can do is if this is too much pressure for you by doing two legs at once, is you could bring one leg out to the side and try to do one leg at a time so that it's not as sore. Yeah, there you go. Good, Matt. And just like that. So you're taking a little more pressure off the quads by doing them one at a time. And for somebody like Maddie, who obviously has some sensitive quads, it might be a good thing for her to do that way first. All right, the last technique we're going to show you today is foam rolling the IT band. As you can see, Maddie's bottom leg, the right leg, is what she's foam rolling, and her top leg is giving her some support. And she's going to rock back and forth on the IT band all the way up to her hip and all the way down to her knee. And, again, you want to go back and forth nice and easy, not fall off like Maddie's doing here. And if you find a tender spot, you want to stay on that tender spot for a few seconds, rocking back and forth nice and slow, and feel the muscle release. Again, you want to tend to do this for 10, 15 reps or a minute or whatever, what have you, until you feel that muscle loosening up. And then, of course, you can flip over and do the same thing to the other IT band. This particular technique can be fairly uncomfortable for some people. In Maddie's case, it seems like she's doing a good job with her IT bands. It's not as painful for her as it was with her quads. So hope you find that helpful. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all in the next video.